What's up, ninjas, and welcome to Yoga with Dojo Cat, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a yoga flow for anxious minds, just to calm the nervous system so that you feel better after this flow. You need some props today, so I have a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a pillow. I have a yoga block here, and we're also going to be using a strap. So go ahead and gather your things, and we will get right into it. So we're going to begin with a breathing exercise just to really slow things down here. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes, you're totally welcome to. If not, just keep your gaze soft, maybe on the end of your nose. Deep breath in, long breath out. And then when you're ready, I'll count you out. I'm going to count an inhale for the count of 4, hold for the count of 7, and exhale for the count of 8. So when you're ready, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Allowing your breath to return to normal. And just taking a second to do a body scan, starting from the top of your head and just gently working your way down, just noticing how you feel, noticing any sensations or emotions, maybe areas of tension. Noticing the temperature of the room, the pressure of your support underneath you. And then maybe taking a moment here to set an intention for today's practice. Intentions usually start with an I am statement. So maybe today your intention is, I am calm. I am at peace. I am strong. And then all together, deep breath in, long breath out, maybe sighing. And then when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open and we will continue on with our flow. So you can place your hands on the knees and we're going to do some body circles here. So shifting your torso over to the right, pressing the chest forward, rolling it over to the left, and then sinking in, making a little concave shape with your body. If you like, you can inhale as you press your chest forward, and exhale as you contract your stomach. Beautiful. Switch directions. Good, and coming back to center. We're going to take our peace fingers on both of our hands together and just take them to the forehead, and we're just going to apply pressure and then drag the fingers up into the sides of your face, maybe pausing here to apply pressure to the temples. Just moving on your own pace here. Maybe dragging the fingers down to the hinge of your jaw and applying some pressure, drawing some circles. Beautiful. We will just shift a little bit here. We're going to move into a supported puppy pose. So taking your bolster, bringing it horizontal on your mat so that it can rest on your chest. We're gonna stack our hips above our knees and crawl the hands forward to place the chest onto the bolster. And then you have a couple options here. You can bring your forehead right down to the mat, or you can grab your block and rest on your chin. Bringing your attention to your breath, feeling the stretch in the abdomen as you inhale. I have a furry little friend helping me out today. Hello, bunny. Your furry little friends are great for anxiety relief too. Do you have to put your butt right there? Thank you. One more nice deep breath here. Long breath out. And you can shift out of your pose nice and slow. So we're going to adjust the bolster here. And actually we need that block. So we're going to take the block on the medium setting and we're going to set up the bolster to rest on top of it. And then from here, if you have the flexibility in your knee, we are going to, sit on the glute, extending the left leg and bending the right knee behind us here. If this is too intense, you can just bring both of your legs out in front of you. But otherwise, bringing the base of your bum to the end of the bolster, and then you're just gonna lay back on the bolster. If this is too intense on the knee, just sit up and go in, maybe into a forward fold instead. Allow your muscles to melt on every exhale. Beautiful, really gently. We're gonna lift back up, nice and slow, and straighten your right leg. And then we'll take that to the other side. So bending the left leg. And then very carefully, if it's accessible to you, laying back on the bolster. You might notice that one side feels more tension than the other. That's totally normal. Just use that breath. Big inhales, long exhales. Imagining that you are actually releasing that tension. Maybe imagining that as you inhale, there's a balloon filling in the space that you're feeling that tension. And as you exhale, you're sighing it out. Beautiful. One more nice deep breath here. And then really gently lifting up out of this position, straightening that leg in front of you, and we'll just pedal our legs just to release anything that's built up. Beautiful. We'll shift back onto the knees here. We'll set the bolster and the block aside for now. And if you like, you can grab your strap. So a couple options for you. We're gonna move into our pigeon pose. So sliding that right knee up, you have the option to shift that left knee backwards and just stay right here, or maybe come down to your elbows. If you like, you can take that strap and we're just going to wrap it in front of the foot and just pull the heel towards the glute so you feel a stretch in the front of this thigh and the hip flexor. Good, a couple more deep breaths here. You can also use a block to support your, this is a balance pose too, to support that right hand here. So in whatever setting you feel you need. And release really gently. We're gonna shift that to the other side. So taking that strap, we'll slide the left knee up towards that left hand. Maybe shift that right knee behind you, staying in a regular pigeon here, up nice and high or down on the elbows, whatever you need, or using your strap, bringing it over the top of your foot, and then pulling the heel towards you. And again, maybe using that block for support. It's way harder on my other side for the quad stretch. Beautiful. A couple more nice deep breaths here. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. And very gently releasing the pose, setting the strap aside for now. And we'll set the block aside for now as well. We're going to shift onto our back here. So if you like, you can take the bolster to use as a pillow just for some extra comfort, but shifting onto the glutes and then down onto the back. And we'll bring the knees up, bent, soles of the feet together, and just allow the thighs to drop open. If this is too intense for your inner thighs, you can take a blocker pillow and just place it underneath the outside of your knee, depending on what you need. Totally up to you. But just allow gravity to do the work here, releasing tension on the inner thighs. If you like, you can bring your mind back to your mat today. I know it's really easy to worry about all the things going on in your life, but this is time where you don't need to worry about that. So I encourage you, if you like, placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart, and just focusing on the rise and fall of your belly as you inhale and exhale, maybe even counting your breath, just to stay present. Beautiful. If you like, you can take your hands and gently guide your knees back together, and we'll roll over onto a side, and you can just reach for your strap if it's available to you. And we're going to place the strap just underneath the ball of our foot and straighten that right leg. So you can keep your left knee bent if you like, or if you want more intensity, you can straighten that leg. So from here, we're just going to pull the leg towards us. You'll feel a pretty intense stretch on the hamstring there, maybe on the calf. And you can just experiment if it feels okay with flexing and pointing the toes. Good, and then find a moment of stillness here, maybe pulling the leg a little closer towards your head. One more deep breath and release, bending that right knee, releasing the strap. And we will take that to the other side, placing the strap underneath the ball of your left foot, maybe keeping that right knee bent, maybe straightening the leg and pulling the leg towards the head. Oh, cat hair. Good, and again, if you feel like you need it, bending and flexing that foot. Noticing the sensation, noticing if maybe it feels different from the other side. Good, and then finding a moment of stillness, maybe pulling that leg a little closer to the head. And one more breath here. Long breath out. And you can bend that knee, release the strap, and set it aside. We'll bend both of the knees, aligning the heels with the glutes. Pick up the hips, drop them over onto the left side of your hip. Oh, actually, I'm gonna move this bolster out of my way as well here. But we're going to pull the knees to the chest, allow them to fall over to the left, and then extend your arms to a T or maybe even cactus if you want to open the shoulders a little bit more. Taking your gaze over the right shoulder for a supine twist. Notice how the stretch feels on the sides of your bodies every time you inhale. A few more deep breaths here. Really try to expand your belly on every inhale. And release, coming back through center, centering the hips. And then we'll pick up the hips and drop over onto the right side of your hips. Pull the knees to the chest. Allow the knees to fall over to the right this time. Gaze over the left shoulder. Staying present here. Maybe bringing your mind back to your intention. I have inner peace, or I am peaceful, I am calm. Good. One more nice deep breath in. Long breath out. And release, come back to center. We're going to take our bolster and again place it horizontal on the mat. And we're going to allow the middle of our back to drape over it so you rest on the top of your head. Option to keep your knees bent, option to straighten the legs. And then you can turn your palms to face the ceiling. You can open them up if you have the space. Just totally up to you for our modified fish pose here. Opening up the chest, opening up the throat. Allowing yourself to fall deeper and deeper into your pose, relaxing the body, softening the muscles. Beautiful. One more deep breath here. Long sigh out. And we're just going to roll over onto one side for a second here and move the bolster out of the way. And we'll take our block. We're going to go into our Savasana. Sorry, my cat walked by my face and now I have cat hair stuck on my nose. So we're going to take one of our blocks on the medium settings and lie back down. But we're going to kind of tilt it away from us so that it's kind of like this. If you can take a peek at me right now. So that the edge of the block is resting kind of at the base of our skull. Okay, it might take a second of adjusting. And then when you're ready, you can place your hands down beside your hips on the mat. You can place them on your belly and your heart. And just take a second to allow yourself to be heavy here. Closing the eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Allowing every exhale to release tension from your body. And allowing yourself a couple minutes of quiet here. And coming back to the present moment, noticing the pressure of your body on the mat, noticing any sounds inside the room, maybe giving your fingers and your toes a little wiggle, and when you're ready, blinking the eyes open and setting the block aside. We're going to bend the knees and roll over onto one side, and at your own pace, find yourself a comfortable seat. That is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you feel better after this flow, I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you in my little dojo. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me at dojocat713 on Instagram. I have a TikTok as well that is under Yoga with Dojo Cat. I post my martial arts life and other stuff there, so you can find me there. And that is all. Go drink some water, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you guys next time. Os.